Hello everyone, my name is Graphics. Today we want to study another aspect of development where we'll be analyzing this question here. Now this is the plan and this is the elevation. Like I said earlier, when you are drawing, always start from where? From the plan to project to get the elevation. Now in terms of development, now I want to draw this, but there's a lead here, and the lead is telling me that my angle, my drawing is at an angle of what? 60 degrees. If you look at it very well, telling that what? My drawing is an angle of what? 60 degrees to the horizontal. So what I will do first of all is to draw my vertical and horizontal line first of all. So I'll be having this. So I'll just take my pencil and I'm going to draw this way, the horizontal, and the vertical. And the vertical. So I'm having that. And we are told it's an angle of what? 60 degrees. So what I will do is this. If I place my compass this way, this is angle 60. My compass on my set square is what? Angle 60. So this is angle 60 here. Right? So I'm going to just project my points here. Better still, I just use my faint line to draw that out. So the next thing we're going to be drawing will be this diagram here. We want to draw an hexagon, but what is the distance between each side of the hexagon? It's given to be what? 24. So I'll measure my 24. How will I do that? This is what I am going to do. Since I projected with 60, I am going to draw my other base of the pentagon, this base here, to be at what? Angle 30. So since here is 60, here will be 30, so it will form 90 degrees. So I'll place it this way, and I'll just draw my faint line like this. And that is 90. So if you look at it, it is forming 90 here. Now the next thing we'll do, it says each side is 24. So I'm going to take my compass, and I'm going to measure 24 from here. Starting from 1, this is 10, this is 20, so I'll use 12, half of 24. Which is 12 here, and I'll place it at the center here, and I'll mark 12, and I'll mark 12, right? So in doing that, I can use my normal way of drawing my hexagon. I'll just move it to this point, right? I'll place it here like this. I will just draw a circle, right? I'll come here also, draw another circle. You can use any method of the choice. Then what I will do here is that I'll put it at this point where they meet here. I'll draw another circle, whatever method of the choice you can use. So at this point here, I'm going to draw a line that will pass from this point, it intersects to this point. So I'm going to add this. I'll come here also. I'll do the same thing for here that they meet. I will join from here to here, and I'm going to draw. So with that, from this point to this point here, this point here, I'm going to draw my line. From here to here also, I'll draw my line. From here to here too, I'll draw my line. Then I'll take the same measurement, the same distance from here to here. I'll place it here. I'll strike an arc here. I'll place it here also. Also strike another arc. So where they meet, that will complete my pentagon. That's going to complete my pentagon. Alright, so I've drawn the pentagon. So this shape is brought out. Now the next thing is to project these lines down. And projecting this line down, they are at an angle of what? 60 degrees. So I'm going to project those lines down, like the first one. And don't forget, it should be on my set square, my T-square. So from here, I'll project this point down. From here also, I'll project this point down. From here too, I'll project this point down. From here also, I'll project this point down. So I've drawn that. Now if you look at our diagram very well, just take a base at any distance between this. Take any base of the trace. Now if you are projecting like this with 60, you're going to use 30, so that they must be at an angle of what? 90. So I'll just draw a base this way. It should be my base. Let me just call it my XX base here. Right? So whatever I'm drawing will be from that point. So if you look at it now, from this point here is this point here. Is this point here, sorry, this point, right? This point is this point, and the distance between there to down here is what? 56. So I'm going to measure 56. So I'll start from 1 and I'll end at 66, but it is 56 I'm measuring. So this my 1 here is 0, right? So I'll go to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, then it's 56 here. Right, and I'm going to thicken it. I'll thicken it from here to the point. That's the first thing I've done. Now the next thing I'm doing again is that from still this same point here, from here we are measuring 22 downward. So from this point here, I'm going to measure 22 downward. So if I start from 8, from 8 here, so 8 is my 0. 10, 20, 22, right? And also I'm going to draw my line from this point straight down to that point of 22. From here straight down to this point here. Right? Now let's do a kind of arithmetic here. The entire distance here is 76, right? And from here to here is 22. 22 from here, right? Remove 22 from here and you remove, this is 10 also. 22 plus 10, that is what? 32. 32 minus 56 will be 24, right? So that means distance from here to here is 24. So I'm going to measure 24. Now measure 24. Or if I can't do that, from this point here to here, that means this point here to somewhere around here is 24. So I'll measure 24 from here. I measure 10 from here, sorry. 10 from here. From 1 to 2 is 10. Right? And I'm going to project it to this point here. This is the same point here. Right? So I'm going to join these two here like this. So that'll be my 10. So we're going to join these 2 points from here to this point, and from here to this point. If you now measure here now, like I said earlier, 24, you should realize that from here to here is what? The 24 that we said earlier. This is 10, 20, 24. So any of the way you choose, either you measure from here to here 10, which is from here, so from here to here 10, or you measure to get 24 points here, 10 here, or you measure 24 here. Now, the next thing we do after we have drawn this, we realize that this line here is this here, and we have this here also. So I'm going to tick in this point. Turn here. I'm going to tick in this. And from here also, I'm going to tick in this. So we've done that. So what we've successfully done, we have replicated this figure on here. We're still remaining this circle somewhere around here. So I'm going to measure 24 up to get the center of that circle. So measure 24 up, 24 up from here. So if you look at it from this point to this one, 24. So I'll measure this is 10, 20, and this 24 somewhere around here. So from that 24, I'm going to draw a line using my 30 degree. Anything you are drawing like this should be at an angle of 30. So I'll just project it to this point here. Right, and the circle will be somewhere around here. So how we're going to know where the point is? This is what we'll do. At the top of this hexagon here, this pentagon here, you recall that there's a figure there, right, which is a diameter of what, 20. So the distance from here to here is what, 20. So what I'll do is I'll get the center of this pentagon and I'll measure 10, 10 to both sides. So since each side of the pentagon is said to be what, 24, like I earlier said, I'll come to this point and I'll get half of 24, which is 12. So from here this is 10 and this is 12, somewhere around there. So that's the center there. Or better still, I just from this point here get my 24 here, right, my 12 here, and I place it at this end and I'll mark. You see they are at the same point. Now I'll now measure 10, 10 because of my diameter here is 20. Measure 10, 10. From here to here is 10, right? So I'll come at this point, I'll mark 10 here, and I'll mark 10 here. Are we good? So in doing that, I'll project it up. So I'm going to project it up this way, in my 90 degree. So this will go up like this. Let me bring it down. I mark here 10, 10. So I place it here. I mark 10 here, right? And I come here, so I mark 10 here. So I use my set square and my T-square to project it up this way, and project it up here this way. So at any distance of mine, at any distance, I can say, okay, let my height here, maybe I am using this distance here. So let me see this distance here. Also 10 and 10 here, right? So what I will just do, I will complete it. I'll just draw something like this and I'll close it up. So taking this point here. Now I have successfully drawn this out. So the center of that guy is here. The center of the guy here. So I'm going to project it using my 60 degree. So every point going like this is 60. So from here I'll project it here with my faint line. So where it cuts here will be the center of the circle that I want to draw. So this circle here, that will be the center. And I've already measured 24 up here, and I've got to get the center. That way I just did that I projected this point down here to make the center. And the diameter of the circle is this diameter here, which is 20. So I'm going to measure the radius of 10 on my meter rule. I'll measure the radius of 10, 1 to 2 is 10, right? So 1 to 2 is 10. I'll place it at this point, and I'll draw this way. So it is hidden line because we cannot see it. So I'll do that. So hidden line. Now if you look at now, I have successfully replicated this diagram that I have here, right? Now what you do now, you need to project all this point down. I told you whatever is coming this way is 30 degrees, right? So I'm going to project 30 degrees. So let me just take this up a little bit. So I'm going to place my set square this way and start moving them to that direction. So let's do that. So place compass this way and you project it down. So from this point you're going to project this front line to this way, right? Go to the next one also, do the same thing. Go to the next one too, which is here, do the same thing. To the next one, 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 same thing. Then here also, there, and this, here. Now we've done all that. Now the next thing is you pick a point away from this diagram here, right? And decide to take this point here, just to be far away from the diagram, 5 millimeter away, and I'll project them using my 60 degrees up. So this is my first line here. Then I'll stop. So that will be my point 0. This will be my point 0. So I'm going to take the measurement between here and here, right? Can you see that? And I'll place it, I'll mark 5 parts because the pentagon is 5. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, right? Let me take it up. That is 4, and we have 5. These are the 5 parts that we have there. Now what I'll do is I'm going to project those lines up using the 30 degree here, the 60 degree I have. I'll project this up to the next point, take it up to the next point, I will take it up to the next point, I will take it up to the next point, I will take it up. So that is what we have in there. Now the next thing we'll do is this. So I can just name this to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and what? And 5. So in doing that, I'll be having this. I will start from here. This is the first point. These 2 points are the first point in which I am going to take it. And the last 2 points also is another point also. I'm going to take in that part too. Right? So I've taken these 2 points. Now we'll start going from here. This point 0. Then the next line, the next point. Then the next one, the next one. Then the next one, the next one. So as I'm talking about it, I'm going to be joining it. Join from here to here. I have this. From here to here too. I have this. Then from here to here, I have this, right? The next point to be here. I have this. Then the next point to be here. I have this. So now I'll do here too. This point to this point. Then the next point. And the next point. Then the next point. It should be this. Then this. So now what we'll do here is there's a circle here. So how I draw my circle would be that I'm going to project that center of the circle. So I'll project it from here to this circle here. I'll project the center of the circle. So at this third part here, which is 24. So what I'll do is I'll get the center of that part there, which is 24. So that will be 12. So I'll measure 12 from here. No, sorry, 20. So I'll measure 10. The diameter of the circle is 20. So I'll measure 10, half of 20. Right? So first of all, I need to get the half of 24 first, which is 12. So from here to here, this is 24 here. So this is 10 from this point, 10, 20, 24. This is my 12 here. And this point is my 12. So from that point, I'm going to measure 10, because the diameter of the circle is 20, so I have the radius of 10. And I'll place it at this point, and I'm going to draw my circle. That is where they meet, right? So I have successfully drawn out the development of this figure. If you found out this video helpful, don't forget to click on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. So we can move this to this point. That will help.